Hello everybody and welcome back to Out of Body. My name is Sabrina. In today's video I'm going to be talking about a very brief astral projection experience that I had fairly recently. And it goes into a little bit of lucid dreaming talk too. So I thought it might be something interesting to talk about on my channel. So this experience happened not too long after I moved into this apartment. And it happened in the morning. Like usual, I woke up and felt like I couldn't move, and I got the vibration and tingling sensation all over my body. And so I got kind of excited because I thought, oh, okay, finally I'm gonna have another experience because I hadn't had one in a long time. So when the vibrations came, I focused on floating up out of my body. Usually I try the rollover method where I'll try to like roll over and roll out of my body, but this time I floated up and it worked. And I have this big window right next to my bed, and that's how I know it was morning, because the sun was coming through the window. So when I left my body, I ended up kind of going up and to the right and towards the window, and I went through the window, and it was really sunny, really bright. I even, like, my eyes had to adjust or something, like it was just so bright. And when you're out of your body, if you've ever done it before, everything is a lot more vivid, especially if you do it during the day. Like the colors outside and the sunlight is like even more intense and more vivid. So once I got out there, everything was just so bright and I just had to like stand there for a second. So when I got out the window and I got outside and my eyes adjusted, I could see a lot of people outside. And I saw, specifically, it was a bunch of women, and they were all kind of walking towards something away from my window. They were like walking in a line almost towards something, like they were going somewhere. And the lady in the back of the line looks back at me and says, I don't know exactly what she said, but she said something to the effect of like, come along with us kind of thing. And so I was like, okay. So I just started following them. And like I said, this experience is really brief. After I started to follow her, I somehow lost my connection with the experience, and at that point it actually turned a little bit more into a dream. So I must have, I'm thinking what happened is I didn't snap back to my body because I don't remember that happening. I think what happened this time is that I must have been so fatigued that my consciousness somehow went back to my body, but my soul was still like going with them and traveling with them, because I remember more of the experience, but it felt more like a dream at that point, if that makes sense. I told you this one's a little weird. So after that, it turned a little bit more into a lucid dream, like I could still kind of control everything. And then after that, it turned more into like a regular dream, because then later on I remember waking up. And I thought like, wow, that was bizarre. Like I thought I was astral projecting, and then all of a sudden when I start to follow those women, it was like my consciousness just started to fade and I started to lose consciousness and like fall asleep, in other words. And so I was no longer astral projecting. I was just kind of in this dream at that point. I believe my soul was still traveling with these people, because I remember going forward with them and kind of, I don't remember, it's kind of spotty as far as what happened, but I remember the rest of the dream kind of just going places with them and hanging out, kind of. We were always outside though. I thought that was interesting. I've never really had that happen before where I astral project. I know I've left my body, and I know I'm like conscious and I'm awake in a sense, and then all of a sudden it just kind of starts to fade and I start to fall asleep, but then I'm still dreaming. Like it turns into a dream at that point, because like my mind is still getting messages from the experience that my soul is having, but my consciousness, my awakeness is asleep. So it's like I'm there, but I'm not. So I think at some point I'm going to do a video on lucid dreaming, because the more and more I experience lucid dreaming, the more and more I think it could be more similar to astral projection than I've previously claimed on this channel. I know that's like the big argument in the community of out-of-body experiences, is lucid dreaming versus astral projection. Some people say they're both the same, some people say they're completely different. Or I was on the side of the fence of they're completely different for the longest time, till over the last couple of years, I guess, of kind of more experiences that I've had, I've started to realize maybe they're more similar. I have some theories on it. I'll go into that in a later video. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's very short, I know, but I thought it was significant enough to bring on this channel and talk about. I'm going to try to do some more out of body topic type videos on this channel. Since we've done a lot of creepy ones during Halloween season, I kind of want to bring it back to why I started this channel, which was to talk about my experiences. So with that being said, if there's any topics that you guys want to see, please, please, please comment down below. Just any ideas, even if you think like, I've already done it, or you know, you're like, oh, I don't want to say that. Like, just say it anyway, because it might trigger something for me. It might trigger an idea. It just helps me to know what you guys want to see. I've got lots of ideas myself, but it's a lot more helpful to know directly from you guys what you want to see, what you want to watch on this channel. So drop your comments down below, and I will see you in the next video next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.